Everyone has to start somewhere. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 successful actors who started in soaps. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at 10 A-list actors who once had significant roles in soap operas. For the purposes of this list, we'll only be including American soap operas, so actors like Chris Hemsworth, who starred in the Australian soap Home and Away, will not be included.
No, you don't have to do this.
See what? I am not doing anything.
You wanted a career as an actor. Seriously, whatever this is, you're trying to cheer me up or distract me, I'm fine. Okay.
Number 10. Amanda Seyfried. Most people came to know Amanda Seyfried as the hilariously stupid Karen from Mean Girls.
What? He's a good kisser.
He's your cousin.
Yeah, but he's my first cousin.
Right.
So you have your cousins, and then you have your first cousins, and then you have your second cousins.
No, honey.
That's not right, is it?
But those who watch soap operas may have recognized her as Lucy Montgomery from As the World Turns. Seyfried began her stint on the show in 1999 and remained a series regular for 2 years, until she was fired. No, really. Amanda told Backstage in 2010 that she was, quote, so bad they had to ship her off.
So, what's it like, the mirror image thing? I mean, after not even knowing that you had one.
She finally got her big break when she auditioned for the role of Regina in a little movie called Mean Girls. While she obviously didn't get that role, the producers decided to cast her as Karen instead. Her character and her quotes were instantly iconic, and Amanda became a star.
So if you're from Africa, why are you white?
Number 9. Judith Light.
Maybe another place, another time, but Gary and I have a history, and he's always been there for me. And he said when I was ready to make a commitment to give him a call.
Acclaimed TV actress Judith Light began her acting career on stage, as she starred in various Broadway productions throughout the 70s. However, her career quickly hit a brick wall, and a destitute Light considered quitting.
I called several people. I went to various places.
Luckily, fate came knocking with the soap opera One Life to Live. While Judith didn't want to do a soap opera, she couldn't turn down the $350 a day salary that was on offer. Judith was eventually recast as Karen Wolek, and she stayed on the series for 6 years. And while she won 2 straight daytime Emmys for her work on the show, it wasn't until 1984 and Who's the Boss that Judith became a household name.
Oh, yes. I'm sure I would be so much more successful, not to mention personally fulfilled, if only you had come into my life earlier.
Number 8. Hayden Panettiere. Hayden Panettiere has been in show business for most of her life.
It's okay.
She was only 11 months old when she began appearing in commercials, and she landed the role of Sarah Roberts on One Life to Live when she was 5. She played Sarah for 3 years until she moved to another soap opera called Guiding Light, where she won a Special Recognition Award from the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Oh, and her character had leukemia, by the way.
She's very sick, honey. She has leukemia.
Following a few more roles, Hayden finally received national attention for her work as Claire on Heroes.
What if they can do what I can do? What if they're like me?
You all remember Save the Cheerleader, Save the World? It must have been a rush going from soap operas to being the subject of TV's greatest tagline.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. Wait. Hero, where are you?
Number 7. Demi Moore. Demi Moore dabbled in a few jobs before she found work as an actress.
Well, did he say who stabbed him?
Never came up.
Well, something did.
Yeah.
First, she dropped out of high school and began working as a pinup girl. In the early 80s, she co-wrote 3 songs with her husband Freddie Moore, and in 1981, she appeared on the cover of a pornographic magazine called We. It was only after this that she began acting, and she quickly landed the role of Jackie Templeton on General Hospital.
Okay, from here on out, everything said is off the record. Satisfied?
Okay.
She stayed on the soap until 1983 and became a movie star only 2 years later, thanks to her role in St. Elmo's Fire.
Kevin, I'm curious. You know all those nights we stayed up talking? How come you never made a pass at me?
She was subsequently labeled a member of the iconic Brat Pack, along with the likes of Molly Ringwald and Anthony Michael Hall.
I just waited for one
Number 6. Marisa Tomei. Marisa Tomei became famous for her Academy Award-winning role as Mona Lisa Vito in My Cousin Vinny.
If you will look in the manual, you will see that this particular model faucet requires a range of 10 to 16 foot-pounds of torque. I routinely twist to maximum allowable torquage.
Or maybe we should say infamous, because this is still considered one of the most controversial and debated Oscar wins in Academy history. But before all that craziness, she was young Marcy Thompson in As the World Turns.
Kurt, she looks pretty engrossed in conversation. I don't know if now's the time to go.
Don't worry about it. I'll introduce you. Come on.
Marisa played Marcy for 2 years, from 1983 to 1985, before leaving to star in the NBC sitcom A Different World, although she was only on the show for one of its 6 seasons. It wasn't until 1992 that she received her big break with My Cousin Vinny, and her life changed forever.
Because Chevy didn't make a 327 in 55. The 327 didn't come out till 62. And it wasn't offered in the Bel Air with a 4-barrel carb till 64. However, in 1964, the correct ignition timing would be 4 degrees before top dead center.
Number 5. Robin Wright.
Go on, boy. Fill these with water. Please.
Robin Wright is one of the most acclaimed actresses working in television, and as you can probably imagine, her talents were obvious from the very beginning.
Look, Augusta, I'm sure you got to know each other a little better, and he told you some things that could be very useful to me.
Useful?
In finding the real killer of my brother.
In 1984, she starred as Kelly Capwell in the soap opera Santa Barbara, and she would play Kelly for an astounding 538 episodes over the next 4 years. Her performance garnered critical acclaim, and she was nominated for 3 Daytime Emmy Awards for her work on the show. She later transitioned to film with The Princess Bride and Forrest Gump, before moving back to TV for House of Cards. We think it was a pretty good move for her career.
Just to be clear, it's not that I haven't always known you were there. It's that I have mixed feelings about you. I question your intentions. And I'm ambivalent about attention. But don't take it personally. It's how I feel about most everybody.
Number 4. Eva Longoria.
You're saying Kelly Simmons and Christine Williams are the same person?
Yep. Big surprise, huh?
Why? Why would Christine do something so off the wall?
We don't think Eva originally wanted to be an actress, as she earned a degree in kinesiology from Texas A&M University Kingsville in the late 90s. However, she later entered a talent show and was signed to an acting agent. This led to bit roles in Beverly Hills 90210 and General Hospital, which in turn led Eva to the king of all soap operas, The Young and the Restless.
She's not the only lucky one. I'm married to the man of my dreams, too.
It was here she played Isabella Brania for 148 episodes over 2 years. Eva was eventually written out of the show, but that was no matter. Only 1 year later, she was on Desperate Housewives and making her way in the TV business.
You were a virgin?
So it didn't show?
No. No, I mean, I guess it was a little weird when you started naming the American presidents in order.
Number 3. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Is there anyone in this town who doesn't know I'm the Slayer?
I only know that you think that you're the Slayer, and the reason why I know that...
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just tell me, where would Willow go?
You're serious.
We don't find her, and there's gonna be one more dead body in the morning.
Most of you remember Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but believe it or not, she was actually quite a big name in the soap opera biz before garnering all that recognition. Following a few roles as a young girl, a 16-year-old Sarah starred as Kendall Hart in All My Children.
Look at you. The hair, the dress, the makeup, it's all perfect. Waiting for that one close-up when that one reporter asks you, your mother is dead, how do you feel?
While she only appeared in 28 episodes, she won the 1995 Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Younger Actress in a Drama Series. However, at the height of her All My Children fame, she quit and moved to Los Angeles to pursue other work. That other work quickly became Buffy.
Great. Oh, that sounds like fun.
Number 2. Jensen Ackles.
I can't do this alone.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to.
Another actor known for fighting the supernatural is Jensen Ackles. He's played Dean on Supernatural for well over 10 years, which is much longer than his stint on Days of Our Lives. Jensen had to audition for the role of Eric Brady for so long that he briefly reconsidered a career in acting.
I don't want to talk about that.
However, he finally got the role in 1997, when he was 19 years old. Jensen stayed on Days of Our Lives for 3 years and was nominated for 3 Daytime Emmy Awards. He left the show in 2000 and landed over at Fox's Dark Angel, signifying his entry into mainstream television. He hasn't left us alone since. Just kidding, we love you, Jensen.
I'm 26, dude.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Mom, look, I'm sorry your name's in the papers. I didn't want you to get involved in this mess.
Oh, Tim, now don't worry about that, okay?
But I do.
Well, the audience won't just be an audience, they'll be more involved.
And with that in mind, I thought I'd come over here and wish you a happy Father's Day.
I didn't talk to her. Kim did. She seems to think that Diana hasn't given up on you.
Betsy.
I don't know why that is. I mean, she should know it's a lost cause.
Number 1, Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore became a household name in the late 90s thanks to roles in Boogie Nights and The Lost World Jurassic Park.
Robert Burke said that the T-Rex was a rogue who would abandon its young at the earliest opportunity. I know I can prove otherwise.
However, she was acting long before she became a household name. After graduating with a BFA from Boston University, Moore earned a role in one episode of the soap opera The Edge of Night. The following year, she was cast as half-sisters Franny and Sabrina Hughes in As the World Turns, roles she would inhabit for 3 years.
Kevin, I told you to go away.
I told you I was staying.
I don't want you here. I don't want to see you again.
Unlike some actors, Moore fondly remembers her time on the soap, saying, quote, "I gained confidence and learned to take responsibility. As the World Turns gave us the Julianne Moore we know and love today."
I don't love you anymore. Do you understand?
Look me in the eyes and say that.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.